Society has become disconnected from the heart. As we exercise our purpose through service to others, we further realize our innate desire to give, to the land, to the community, and to ourselves. Permalove Collective is about coming together to create a shared culture of these offerings. Permalove was born out of my own journey of self-value and self-love, and coming to the realization that even in my darkest moments of disconnection and addiction, that I still had something to give to others. And so I've just continued seeking out the people that feel that capacity, that want to band together to take care of each other and spread it and expand the circle.
Yes, my name is Lorenzo Candelaria. I'm 7th generation farmer on this land, and for me this land is very sacred, not just because of the length of time that my family's been here, but because this was at one time Pueblo land, and it was farmed 1,000 years prior to the Spanish coming. So for me, this land has a very sacred aspect in that it has provided sustenance for humankind for thousands and thousands of years. There was a point in my life where I was very addicted to substances that were damaging to any human being. And after I went through that misery of recovery, I understood that this was my medicine, this was my healing, and it's been that ever since. Like I mentioned before, this land has sustained human life for thousands of years. That connection has been true and in effect for that length of time. And the connection that we have to it today is even more vital because of the situation that our society is in. And what it does is that it relieves a great deal of the pressure that we suffer, because Mother Earth is very, very giving, not only in terms of sustenance, but it also sustains our emotional and spiritual well-being. This is where we come after a day's labor to eat, to discuss our feelings, to emote, to feel the energy that has been transferred to us by Mother Earth, and in turn to heal. When we put a seed in the ground, the custom is to use 3 seeds per plant. Uno para mí, uno para vos, y otro para los animalitos de Dios. One for me, one for you, and one for the creatures of God. And so in growing those 3 seeds, not only do I fulfill my own needs, but also the needs of my community and the needs of the natural world, the ecosystem. You see thousands and thousands and thousands of plants growing around us, and we cultivate all of them. But we harvest only one thing, and that's consciousness, an awareness of the goodness of Mother Earth and what it is she gives us, which is everything. The water we drink, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the homes we live in, the clothes we wear, everything comes from her. She's very gracious and generous Mother. And I treat her as such, because that's what she is. She's my mother. The earth and the soil contains, it's a whole ecosystem. There's life in the ground. When your hands touch that energy, that living energy flows through your fingertips into your soul, because it is an ecosystem and it is alive. And it's very bountiful and very giving, very generous. If we only open ourselves up from here to here to here. And when you're pulling a weed, your hands are in it. It's in that ecosystem. You're moving that system, that living thing. And in motion, there's vibration. And that vibration is transferred to our hands, into our being. If we produce and retain what we produce for ourselves, it's of no benefit. The sharing of food and the sharing of thought and the sharing of consciousness is something that for me is the way I breathe. I don't see myself as a farm necessarily or a business, but as a place where I can share what I've been given. So that element of what I do is integral to the sustenance of humanity, or at least community. I can't feed the whole world, but it's with that awareness that I do what I do.
I came here to pick up trash because I love the bosque, and being in the bosque makes me feel really good, and when I see trash here, I feel really bad. And also I care about the environment, so I figure what best to do on a Saturday evening other than come here with my friends and pick up trash and support Pachamama.
Anywhere you go, right, is home. And we're on Earth, and so there's only one Earth that we know about, and this is it. So you might as well really take care of it and be responsible, you know? And so if there's a group out here every day, then I don't know what that leads to, but that obviously builds up a lot of momentum, and it's just perpetuating, you know, what we're trying to perpetuate. So again, I think it just comes down to like the action of doing something that's healthy and positive, and you know, and that goes for relationships in your life. You want that, you know. And so doing work like this with other people, and like, you know, for example, like I've just met all of y'all pretty recently, like within the last week, right? And so it's like I'm meeting new people, and so that's a special thing about it. But more so, it's like the way you're interacting with each other and what you're doing is healthy and positive.
I'm a very happy man, because nothing belongs to me. I was born without anything, and I'll leave without anything. Only the experience.
At this moment, we have an opportunity to use the technology we've already invited into our lives to create a platform so we may not only show up for the people around us, but also support our own dreams. When we plant the seeds of our heart, we not only serve the truth of who we are, but we add infinite value to this beautiful world that we're an inseparable part of. What story are we weaving? What story do we want to weave together?